Okay. Um, so I've heard a lot of talk lately about storing gasoline. I've been having this conversation with people in my own life, and I figured, might as well make a quick, you know, audio only video on this because it really don't need any fucking thing else besides that. Uh, Here's the thing: gasoline can last in various conditions and various ways. Like we all have had a can of gas in the fucking garage or whatever for a lawnmower that probably went a lot longer than the amounts that I'm about to say. But it's like you have to start somewhere. And generally speaking, if you want to like be sure that your gas will work and not fuck up your engine, your gas needs to be kept inside a metal container, not a plastic one. And the plastic versus metal isn't the key issue here, but the issue is the old metal style gas cans are made to not fucking vent. Current plastic made gas cans are made to vent. This is an issue because it causes the oxidization of the fuel, and that's what is making the engine go. So, like, if you let oxygen get to your fucking fuel, the fuel doesn't work anymore. It takes a while, but it does. And that's why some people are saying, oh, I've had gas in a can for 5 years and it still worked. Yeah, that was a can that sealed right. They started introducing these cans that are always fucking open to the air, basically. Like when I was a kid, like this is mid 2000s, it was some EPA regulation bullshit or fire safety regulation bullshit, one or the other. You can't have a can like that and have your gas actually last. Also, a plastic can is prone to, I don't know, being punctured in some way. Like, that's bad too. Plus, what if the plastic reacts with the gasoline? Now you would think, oh, your gasoline surely wouldn't react with the plastic that gas cans are made out of. I don't know. Weirder things have fucking happened. I've seen enough gas cans that have holes eaten in them after 20 years to assume that like those gas cans are made with a life expectancy. Like they are slowly being eaten through by the gasoline that is inside them. So for all of these reasons, metal cans. And which metal cans to get? Um, the go-to standard is the jerry can made by a company called Wavian. That's Waivan. They make the real ones for NATO. They hold 5 gallons of gas. They're expensive. There's other cans out there that you can get for less money. I don't know that they will be as good as those cans. This is the what should you buy part. Or at the end, we'll maybe cover some of the cheapo options and what you should look out for. They sell these on Amazon. They've doubled in price in the last day. So if you're wondering, should you buy these? They've doubled in price in the last day. That means yes, you should buy them. And not to like add to the panic or anything like that, but like if you're thinking, oh my God, the world's going to end, then yes, you should buy them. If you're thinking, man, it'd be nice to have some gas cans, maybe wait a little bit. So, inside of a metal can like that with no other additives or anything, you're good for at least 6 months to a year just being sealed. Okay. Now, let's say you add fuel stabilizer to that. Well, then you're good for maybe even up to 3 or 4 years, especially if you're going to filter the gas, which when I say that, like some sort of material, like cotton, denim, something like that, stretched over the mouth of the fucking can and pour from one can into another empty can. That kind of filter is all I'm talking about. Like, you don't need a specialty fucking filter. You just don't want like particles of fucking silt or whatever that is that sedimentizes out of the fucking gasoline to go into your engine. That's bad. And that's what the fuel stabilizer helps prevent. And in addition to that, this only really all this shit I'm talking about only goes for real gas. When I say real gas, at the gas station, most of the time the gas you're buying has, 10-20% ethanol, whatever it is, added to it. Well, ethanol is an oxidizer and it will eat your gas in storage. So don't buy ethanol gas for storage. Make sure you get 100% gasoline. Uh, any place that sells gas says whether they are or not. Just make sure you go to one that says that they're real gas. Uh, on top of that, the fuel stabilizer is like, I think, $5 or $6 at Walmart for name brand shit. And like, you add a cap full to every one of these 5-gallon cans that you have. It's not a big deal. Uh, that's about it when it comes to gas storage, other than, okay, now what could you do? Um, Here would be my advice. If you already have plastic cans, I would go ahead and fill them. If they're plastic cans that vent, I would be sure to rotate that gas frequently, or leave them in a way that maybe that vent is sealed. And that's the thing too, is like, a lot of these cans, if you uh, turn the what's it called, the spigot part of it inside out and screw it down, it seals them pretty good. And then like maybe tape over that or something in addition to that. I don't know. I'm not a plastic gas can fan. But there are options that would definitely at least help. Anything to keep oxygen away from your gasoline is good in general. Um, the fuel stabilizer, I really don't know what chemical process is going on in that to stabilize the gas. It's just the magical fucking gravy that makes gasoline last longer. So I wouldn't try going to replace that with anything too fucking crazy. But like, I think there's a couple of different off brands, and then like Staybill is like the one that's like the go-to for most people, I think. Like I said, even that is only like $5 or $6, so why not just get it? You already spent big money on metal gas cans. Uh, as far as how many to get, like, I would get enough to fill your car at least. And if you have more than that, like, let's say, oh, I know I'm going to be driving, 260,000 miles or whatever, well, then pack enough gas to go that far. Like, however far it is that you got to go. I would have enough to fill the car at least once. And then if you're going to have more than that, I would plan out how much gas was going to be to get somewhere. Beyond that, if you just want general storage for tools and whatnot, that's a whole different topic. You're going to need way more gasoline. This is mostly like for, hey, I want to have, enough to run my car, and or bug out someplace. That's kind of what I see this is good for like a generator and shit. That's a totally different conversation. I honestly, I'm not a big believer in gas generators, just because of the fact that, like, okay, let's say it's a power outage. Gas generator is a great thing to have. Let's say it's, nuclear war. Gas generator is less desirable in my mind. And like, that's tailoring a lot of what I'm saying to you about gas. If you are of the mind that you're going to have a gas generator, like, I would have as much gasoline as I thought I needed to run that thing for the amount of time I needed to run it. Now, as I understand it, those 5-gallon cans, enough to fill a car a couple of times, probably run a generator for quite a while. It would be at least worth having. Uh, but it would be way more worth having if you had like a 500-gallon in-ground tank or something like that. And like, if you're getting really serious into prepping, then maybe you could talk about that. And I don't even know where you would start on that shit. So this is kind of like the poor man's quick and dirty. I just want to have some gas. How do I do that? No matter what, rotate your gasoline and be sure to buy real gas. That's going to do the most for you. And the metal container thing, no matter what, is buying you additional time. Because this is a chemical process that is the degradation of your fuel that is occurring from its exposure to oxygen. That's what's going on. So the better you have it sealed off and in a environment that is non-reactive, the longer the fuel lasts. And that's why I would always get the metal cans over the plastic cans. It's not like, the other ones are shit or whatever. Like, if you have plastic cans, fill them too. Like, I would just rotate them a lot faster. It's a lot more of a pain in the ass. So, hope this helped somebody. You guys have a good day.